Welcome to the 10th and final episode of what I hope will be the first season of Writer's Block. This is the show where I talk about a certain creator's work done on a certain comic book. And today I will be talking about Starman by James Robinson. Usually I start off the episode with high points, which is a brief description of what happened during this run, and I do like to keep spoilers to a minimum. So let's get started. Now, the series starts off shortly after the death of David Knight, who assumed his father's mantle of Starman. After he dies, though, his brother, Jack Knight, reluctantly becomes the new Starman in order to protect his father, Ted Knight, the original Starman, and to stop his father's archenemy, the Mist, and his son and daughter, and also the Mist's son is the person that killed David. After Jack fights and accidentally kills the Mist's son in battle, and the Mist is arrested, Jack makes a deal with his dad that he'll keep being Starman to protect Opal City as long as Ted focuses his scientific knowledge that he learned as Starman for the benefit of mankind, which Ted agrees to. Jack's career as Starman has him gaining a number of allies, such as the O'Dares, a family of Opal City police officers whose father worked with Ted. Also, Jack meets Michael Thomas, an alien who went by the name Starman during the 1970s, and the Shade, who frequently battled the Golden Age Flash Jay Garrick, and who helps Jack because he considers Opal City his one true home. Eventually, Jack meets a woman named Sadie, and he falls in love with her, and he finds out that her brother, Will Payton, was another hero who used the name Starman. And she explains to Jack that Will went out to space and he was never seen again. So Jack then decides to go on a trip into outer space with Michael to find out what happened to Sadie's brother. And upon his return, and when Jack and Michael come back to Earth, Jack faces a massive battle against all of his enemies, all the enemies he's accrued over the course of the series, as well as the original Mist, his father's archenemy. And this battle nearly destroys Opal City, but fortunately Jack does save the day at a great cost. And eventually, before retiring as Starman, he decides to solve one last mystery, which was the identity of the Starman of 1951. Okay, so that was my rundown of the series. Now I'm going to talk about what I liked about it. So, first of all, I really do like the character Jack Knight. I like how at the start of the series he was very reluctant to becoming the next Starman, and he said that he didn't even want it, but then when he's in the middle of a battle with the Mist's son, he kind of starts to remember things from his childhood, and he remembers, and at first he thinks he remembered something about his brother David saying one day he was going to be the next Starman, but then Jack starts to remember it differently and kind of realizes that it wasn't David who said that, it was him. So ultimately, though, Jack at first reluctant to be a hero, but now he kind of starts to learn that, he likes it, and he's enjoying Starman. However, though, by the end of the series, events do lead him to reconsider being Starman and ultimately decides that Starman was fun, but maybe he shouldn't be doing it forever. Also, the other characteristic of Jack that Robinson does emphasize is Jack's love of collecting old things. And I think that's something that is one character trait that I think all comic book fans, all comic book readers have, or just everyone in general, because everyone at some point has had a collection or is still collecting stuff. I mean, I'm still collecting comics, and the way that we see Jack collecting, which is just going off into flea markets and garage sales and stuff, looking for old things that he could either have for himself or just sell to anyone else at his store, is very familiar to how I would usually, sometimes whenever I had a free day, I would go out to other comic book stores near me, even some outside the city, just to collect, just for something of my own personal collection, which was really, I thought, very relatable, and I think that's something that everyone can relate to. Also, I like how Robinson did a good job showing how Opal City's history has an effect on all the characters in the series. Not just Jack or Ted, but all of the characters of the city. I like how the city itself was a very integral part to everyone. I would say that the second star of the series, other than Jack, would be the Shade, who Robinson did a good job turning him from a Golden Age supervillain into a very complex anti-hero. And obviously and obviously Robinson enjoys writing for the Shade, because after this he did write another Shade miniseries, and during the event known as Blackest Night, when DC resurrected old titles and they brought back Starman for one issue, it wasn't about Jack Knight, it was about the Shade. And another good thing about this series is that it provided a definite end to Jack Knight. You don't get that with a lot of comic book characters. Mostly, they either go into retirement until eventually some writer brings them back. But with Jack, there was a definite end, and I think that's great. He does, and I don't want to get into details about why Jack retires due to spoilers, because I do like the series a lot. But it does make sense why Jack would retire. And also, I want to point out that Robinson does have a deal with DC Comics that they can't use any of the Starman characters he created without his permission. Robinson would later return to some of the characters, though. Obviously, I mentioned the Shade, and he did return to write Michael Thomas on his brief run on Justice League before the New 52 happened. And overall, Starman, it's a fantastic series. It felt like no other superhero comic I ever read. I really did enjoy Jack Knight's character. I thought he was very relatable. I liked the setting. I liked all the supporting characters. And I did like how Robinson found a way to tie in every character who used the name Starman. So that is why I think you should definitely check out Starman by James Robinson. Okay, I've talked about what happened and why I like it. Now I'm going to talk about where you can find it. The series is available digitally. All the issues are on Comixology, and also you can but if you want to get them in print, they was originally printed in trade paperbacks, but now I think those are very impossible to find. But they still have the hardcover omnibus volumes. There's about 6 of them, and I believe DC is reprinting them, is not reprinting trade paperbacks of the omnibus yet, because I know they had volume 1 and 2 in paperback, but volume 3 I think was canceled, but now it's re-solicited. But the first 2 volumes in paperback form are probably the easiest to find. Finding all 6 omnibus volumes, it's kind of hard. I mean, I tried looking for them individually, and some people were really driving really high prices. I did get a good deal where I bought all 6 for cover price on eBay. And to me that was fair, because I got all 6 volumes, and I also did get a trade paperback of the Shades Maxi series by Robinson 2, which was really great, which was a really nice bonus. But I would say the best option, if you really want to get the omnibus volumes, save your money and go on eBay, and only buy them if they have all 6. I know that's difficult, but trust me, it's worth it. Or, you can do the Jack Knight method and go hunting for them. But if you have the patience to do that, go do that. Otherwise, save your money, eBay, all 6 in one bundle. So yeah. Okay, and that is it for what I hope will be the first season of Writer's Block. Now, what I mean by that is I would love to do another set of these episodes. I just have to make sure that I just have to plan a shopping list to get all the comics, read them, write up the episode guides, then film and edit everything. So it might be a while, but I do want to do another series. If you guys want it, please let me know that you like it. Let me know how I should do things differently, if you think I could make them better. And if you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments below. Thank you again for watching. I really hope I can do another series of Writer's Block episodes. I really hope everyone liked this. I had a lot of fun making it. It gave me the opportunity to track down some comics that I have been missing or haven't read. So thanks again for watching. I'm Spider-Man 991 saying, see you later.